decent show, but we're going to take
Absolutely.
it straight from the top. We're going to start up with the first match, and that was the man, Becky Lynch, taking on Trish Stratus. Thank you, Trish, by the way.
Absolutely.
Not just for your wrestling, not just for your contributions to wrestling, but for gracing our screens with your timeless beauty. And this was inside of the confines of a steel cage. And guys, this was a heck of a banger to start off the show with. Mach, I want to hear your thoughts on this opener tonight.
Well, as I stated before we went live, Trish Stratus has received an insane amount of hate recently, especially for I guess her slowness, her not being her keeping her feet to the ground, making sure she's not giving it all out. You know what I mean? She wants to make sure that she lasts, that she's able to do this with past Becky Lynch.
She wasn't.
I think she heard all the Twitter marks out there complaining because she decided, you know what? I'm going to remind you that I'm the best of my generation, and I'm going to go up here with the best of this generation, and I'm going to kill it. So I love that, Magnolia.
This is Punk backstage at Raw.
Oh, got it. But no, real shoot here. I thought Trish and Becky was phenomenal.
Back in Mach. You said that Trish is getting a lot of unnecessary heat, and I gotta agree with you, man, because ever since she's come back, she's been fantastic. And we obviously saw that, unfortunately, even though Lita is a little bit older, she didn't really have it in her to keep up her pace. Trish doesn't have to go and be Rey freaking Mysterio, okay? And even Rey Mysterio slowed down, and it's still fantastic. Trish has to continue to capitalize on that heat. She has to continue to capitalize on the fact that she's working with Becky Lynch. And they told a fantastic story, and it certainly is a match of the night contender. D, did you watch it by any chance or no?
To tell you the truth, man, this whole pay-per-view I was feng shuiing my bedroom.
Okay.
Around Shinsuke Nakamura style. And
Nice.
I just had it in the background, listening to it like a podcast. But I mean, I stopped, for a break here and there. And I mean, I like steampunk Becky. Don't care about Becky two belts. Don't care about the man. I think I think you
you like steampunk Becky.
I love
out of all the
steampunk
Beckys,
Becky.
you like steampunk Becky.
Love chunky steampunk Becky. That's my favorite fucking Becky.
I don't think she's ever been chunky, but
this has to be one of the weirdest wrestling takes I've ever heard. Honestly, honestly, it really is. It really is because look, big time backs. Okay,
absolutely
great. A man, great. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Becky two belts, great. But steampunk Becky?
Steampunk Becky, bro.
He could have said leprechaun Becky. Could be worse.
That's true.
It just works, man. It just works. But I mean, I watch, here and there. Seen Zoe Starks come in a little bit, do a little thing. I mean, wasn't really nothing to write home about, nothing to tell your mom about.
Nah, she's getting a massive rub though. She's working with the two biggest women on Raw right now, 2 of the 3 at least. This match I thought it was exceptional. Honestly, I thought the bumps in it, and it was just one of those things where you can see that if you go back, since Trish has come back and done these like specialty matches. She saves all of her stuff for the right people. Her SummerSlam match with Charlotte was a match of the year contender. And that's what this is going to be. That's what she did. She saves it for when she needs it. Everybody thinks that you have to give your all for everything that doesn't service the story. This pay-per-view serviced the story, or PLE serviced the story. Now, we quite possibly have Trish versus Zoe. So let's move on. She goes out on her back. It makes sense.
No. Great stuff. And a great observation, I got to say, man, because, I think a lot of the old school wrestlers, you look at a lot of the greats, they really, really paced themselves. They didn't really do unnecessary stuff on Raw in the middle of, whatever month.
Like a cage match, dude. There's no slamming and jamming,
Well, but
they were slamming the shit out of each other.
Yeah, dude, there was a lot of high spots in that match. I thought that match, the physicality was fantastic from both women, especially, and again, Trish, man, give the woman her flowers, folks, because the fact that she's going in there, she's doing what she's doing at her age. I mean, man,
she took a vert off the top of the cage.
Yeah, man. She's. I think that she deserves her praise, and I think anybody who's out there and is criticizing her, you're a dork and a mark, and everybody knows it. But
It's the
all in
people
all,
I like to say it this way. Everybody that criticizes wrestling, I bet you they've never had a bruise under their armpit from running the ropes.
Nah, they watch it, bro, in the fucking back of their closet.
Yeah. They're just like Bobo the Clown. What's his name? Also known as Dave Meltzer. That's just us.
Hey, Meltzer's the man, dude.
For who?
I can't even give a straight face, dude.
Meltzer fears macho.
He's
Hashtag
the worst
Meltzer
of
fears
the
macho.
worst. The worst thing that's happened to the wrestling business in the past 50 years is Dave Meltzer.
No. Back when I was watching it, dude, in the old school days, he was on point with the mags and shit.
I gotta agree with you here. It hasn't all been bad. It hasn't, man, because back in the day, which you can check out on a very short-lived show called Putting It Over with Pat, yours truly interviewed Just Incredible.
Yep,
And Just
PJ
Incredible,
Polacco.
PJ Polacco and Just Incredible, or PJ Polacco, detailed that Dave Meltzer was a big resource for the boys and the girls back in the day who were trying to get work domestically and internationally. So, he has been a resource. He was a great historian for wrestling. I just think that he hitched his wagon to AEW, and for better or worse, he's not an objective journalist when it comes to AEW and particularly WWE. I think he's really unfair with a lot of his match ratings. And look, the match ratings I don't think were such a problem back in the day, but I think they're more under the microscope now, given the fact that he says a lot of ridiculous shit. But
yeah,
needless to say, I don't think it's all been bad for Dave Meltzer, and I do give him his respect. But nowadays, not the same, man. Really disappointing. Hashtag Meltzer fears macho. We're going to try and get that one trending.
Word up.
Yeah. Listen here, Meltzer. You star rate this Trish Stratus Becky Lynch match. I'm giving it 4.5 empanadas. That's what I'm giving it.
Nice. We need to do an empanada rating system on here.
Yeah,
man.
Let's do it. Get
the half empanada. It's cut
the half empanada. That's what I like to say. Me and Arthur will watch a show. We watched All In. He said, "What was your rating for Will Ospreay versus Jericho?" I said, 1 empanada and a bite of another one.
Well, whenever we have this summit, this is going to be the match rating system. But I gotta say, this match, it got 4.5 empanadas.
Yeah.
Hell of a matchup. Loved everything that happened. The right woman won. Trish and Zoe, fantastic stuff. She made Zoe, with a lot of the stuff working with her. Everything that she was doing. The match that they had on Monday, Zoe and Becky, I thought was fantastic. Hey, man, I'm not going to say that it's a controversial opinion, but it kind of is a controversial opinion. For me, the all-time female GOAT is Becky Lynch, man. I got to say it, man. Everything that she does makes sense. Her promos, and she's the first freaking woman to main event WrestleMania. Part of 3 women, but all of it was sold on the back of the man. Her push, Becky Lynch, she's the best. Trish Stratus was the Becky Lynch of her time. And I think that this was such a great matchup, and I'm glad to see that the feud is over. To some people, it might have dragged. I really enjoyed the heck out of it, man. And
it had to. After they didn't get a SummerSlam match, they had to draw it out. They had to give these women ample time. You couldn't finish it on the next Raw. It would not have been good for them. They would have caught massive heat.
Look how much people complained about that. Everybody's like, "Oh, they didn't get a SummerSlam match."
Yeah, but now go check it on fucking Twitter or X or whatever you want. Now all of a sudden, everybody's a big fan of the match. Everybody's a fucking prisoner of the moment. Yeah.
But anyways.